Hey guys, just wanted to share a cool design I came up with for a wire spool rack reel, or wire spool reel, I guess we'll call it. It's just basically something that's going to help an electrician, or I happen to be an audiovisual technician, and was sort of like a low voltage electrician, and we pull a lot of cable, a lot of Cat 6 and whatnot, and it comes on spools. We've got a bunch of them at the shop that are about 16 inches in diameter, and a lot of times we find ourselves up on a ladder or a scaffolding or something. We're pulling that cable, and it's a real pain to have to cut it first to length or whatnot. So having something that actually spools and allows the cable to come out, especially the ones that don't come in a box and just come, like I say, on the big round spools, this is going to be really handy out in the field. So I'll show you here what it is. And actually, first let me show you what I was inspired by. Was a design I did find online that I use for a chin-up bar. So it's just a bunch of 1-inch piping, probably normally used for natural gas, stuff like that. And it's just a bunch of connectors, T-connectors, 90-degree elbows, and some plates that mounted up on this beam up here. And so I sort of took that design here and made this. So essentially it's just a stand. There's a couple of 12-inch pipes here, a T-connector, another 12-inch pipe there, a 12-inch pipe here, and just some caps on the end to sort of keep the threads from getting marred and gouging up somebody's floor. I think this was a 36-inch pipe that runs the length here. And then I just drilled a hole through this chunk of 3/4-inch plywood that I recycled from a construction yard. Actually, they had a construction recycling center where they let people come and take whatever you want. I found that and cut it up, painted it, and happened to drill a hole in it. And the other thing I did was I put a piece of 2x4 on the back. As you can see here, it just kind of thickens up the meat of where that pipe comes through the deck of the stand and the 2x4, so that it's a little more steady. It's not going to fall over. I tried it first without that, and this thing just flopped all over the place. So that just keeps it from moving too much. And then I took the cap and put that on the end, so it's just a threaded 1/2-inch cap. So when you want to take it off, you just take that thing out, pull the pipe out, and it kind of collapses into a more manageable little piece for when you're transporting it, whatnot. And as you can see, I don't have a spool here at home. We have a bunch back in the shop, obviously, but this is the idea: is that you're gonna pull on cable, and it's gonna spool on that rack, right? And it's nice and stable. It's not going to go anywhere, but it's still light enough to sort of carry around and whatnot. And the other thing I did was I thought that because I made this chunk of plywood that's the stand fairly wide so that it won't fall over and move when I'm pulling cable, I thought what would be a really good idea as well is to put these casters on it so that when it's not being used, take this out. Sort of hard to do with one hand. Give me a second. And now you've got yourself a little moving dolly. So it's either a moving dolly / wire spool reel, or a wire spool reel / moving dolly. Anyway, hope that helped you guys out.